$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. I know you love us, and you want to take us where you go. Well, you can. All you need is a smartphone or even a computer, and radio.com is how you get the rock.
So you know they love us.
Oh, yeah.
How about that?
Right, take us wherever you are. If you got a smartphone, Google. If you got an iPhone, Android, whatever, you can take us. And, of course, you got one of them computer things.
Hell, if you have your TV on Comcast, man.
Whoa. Hey, how about your smart speaker, like the Alexas and the HomePods and the iHomes or whatever the hell they are? You can take us everywhere. Just remember, radio.com connects everything.
Let's play Beat Migs.
It's time to play the game. Yeah. So everybody scream his name. Beat Migs. Don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Migs. You're a loser.
It is time to beat Migs. But it's Thursday, so let's get cracking.
Release the Kraken.
Yeah, the Kraken's released. Everyone in here is wearing their Kraken gear.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, even Danny, who's wearing his Sounders kit, is also wearing a Kraken hat.
Danny is a true sports fan that he just became probably about, a year ago?
Yes. He's a day one Kraken fan like the rest of us.
Yes.
Right. No one's been a Kraken fan longer than him.
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
That's a really good point. Let's get to our contestant today. We got Mark in Puyallup. Mark, are you there?
Yep.
Excellent. All right, Steve, get out of here. For those playing at home, Mark will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Mark, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yep.
Galveston, Mobile, and Tampa are all located on the shores of what body of water?
Atlantic Ocean?
No.
Gulf of Mexico?
Yes. The Simpsons live in what fictional town?
Springfield?
Yes. What language gave us the word alphabet?
Pass.
Mort Goldman is a character on what popular Fox animated show?
Can you repeat that?
Mort Goldman is a character on what popular Fox animated show?
Family Guy?
Yes. Nice. For 30 years, Richie Sambora was lead guitarist for what band?
Pass.
How many players are there on a men's field lacrosse team?
6.
No.
5.
No.
9.
No. Which actor starred in The Fly and Jurassic Park?
Pass.
Oncology focuses on what disease?
Park.
No. 1, 2, 3, correct.
You're talking about old movies there. They talk about feeling old that people don't
They're
even
not
know.
that old.
What, Jurassic Park, the original?
Yeah.
How old is that movie? I would say it's at least 20 years old, maybe even older.
No, shut up, man. Don't make me
Yeah.
feel old.
Oh, you're old, dude. And then The Fly is even older than that.
I know it is, but I mean, there was at least some sort of relate on
should've
SNL
put a-
recently on about
if you
it.
wanted to help out the kids, you should have put apartments.com in there. You really,
Jeez,
I'm telling you,
right?
you really needed to put that on there for a hint.
Damn it.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but I mean, that's...
I hate getting old, man.
I'm sorry, buddy.
I don't feel old.
It happens
except
to
for when I get
everybody.
up, because then it hurts when I get up. So,
Oh, Steve, we got a good question when the Rev finally admits he's old. The question's
I
an
hate
old
these.
person's question.
Oh, this is great. Fits the theme of earlier this morning.
yeah.
I told him a clue he should have used
It's not
for the
fun.
young kids, and he's like,
I don't like this.
Oh, I'm old.
I
I'm
don't
so
like being old.
Were you talking about picture discs in this beat mix or something?
You'll see.
Okay.
You'll know.
Are you ready?
Release the Kraken.
Galveston, Mobile, and Tampa are all located on the shores of what body of water?
The Atlantic Ocean.
No.
The Mississippi.
No.
The water.
No. The Simpsons live in what fictional town?
Springfield.
Yes. What language gave us the word alphabet?
Greek.
Yes. Mort Goldman is a character on what popular Fox animated show?
I'm going to go with Cleveland.
No.
Family Guy.
Yes. For 30 years, Richie Sambora was lead guitarist for...
Jovi.
Yes.
They need to get him back.
How many players are there on a men's field lacrosse team?
Oh, crap. And I've played the sport.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, geez.
High school. I can't remember. 11?
No.
12.
No.
How many total?
How many on it? Yeah.
How many? 22?
No.
Yeah, this
damn.
is. I don't
that's
think
a
he's,
weird one,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, you're in trouble with that question.
Well, whatever. Which actor starred in The Fly and Jurassic
Jeff
Park?
Goldblum.
Yes.
the one.
Oncology focuses on what disease?
Vision.
No.
Oh. Crap. Glaucoma.
No.
Herpes.
No. Frogs belong to which animal group?
Amphibians.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You win 6-3. So that one question didn't matter. Woo! Another one bites the dust.
Sorry about that, Mark.
That's all right.
Yeah, peace out, brother.
Have
Yeah,
a good day.
Good dice, huh?
Yeah, you didn't do great. There was one that he got that you didn't. Galveston, Mobile, and Tampa are all on the shores of the Gulf of Mexico.
That's what I was trying to think of.
The Gulf of Water.
The water.
Yeah, I just couldn't even think of it at the time.
Yeah, so how many players are there on a men's field lacrosse team?
I don't think you even know, really.
I don't. I have no
Yeah.
idea if they meant at one
You
time
meant
or
on the
per
field,
team.
probably, right?
Sure.
What you got? What's the number?
10.
10.
So I don't know if there's 5 on for each team or if there's 10 for each team.
10 against 10.
You think so? Well, if you played it, I'm going to defer to you on that
Been
one.
since high school, man.
Yeah.
I used to play
See, it's
in high
tough
school.
when you
Was
ask
there
it,
about
yeah.
20 people on the field at a time?
Well,
I
also, what
remember-
about the ones on the bench? Like, if you say on a team itself, like, how many people on a football team? That was what I was
That
thinking.
was
you were running
definitely
into
not
trouble.
that.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
just a poorly written question.
And are we talking
hey.
indoor lacrosse or outdoor lacrosse?
Oh, we got
What?
issues.
There's a
right there.
difference?
Yeah.
Might be.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Okay. Box
Well-
lacrosse is different.
You're done.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah, it's all over.
Yeah. Oncology focuses on what disease?
Cancer.
Yes, cancer.
Yeah.
Oh. And in BJ, the old moment was the fact that the Fly in Jurassic Park are so old. And he said, what'd you say?
I said that you should have said who also is the apartments.com guy, because that's probably the only
Yeah.
way they're going to know him.
That is so weird.
I mean, Vicky and Danny might be the last generation that will know about this guy. I'm not sure Z's know him.
No, Jeff Goldblum. Everyone knows Jeff Goldblum. He's in a bunch of memes. He was in the new Thor movie.
That's right.
Well, I mean, I know
If
we
you
know
just said Fly and Jurassic Park, maybe not.
that's what I'm
No.
saying. Vicky.
Yeah.
He just recreated his iconic Jurassic Park pose.
All
Like,
right.
it was all over the internet. It was very sexy.
I saw that one. I
All
thought they
right.
just photoshopped it, but it was actually old Jeff Goldblum.
But you wouldn't know
dressing.
The Fly. If
Yeah.
we said The Fly, you might have a hard time with that, right?
Have you seen The Fly?
I haven't.
It's a good movie.
It's a
trippy.
it's a Cronenberg, so it's a little gory.
Yeah.
Some great practical effects.
I don't know if it holds up anymore.
I feel
Yeah,
it
I don't know if it
does.
will.
I've seen it in the last decade.
Yeah.
But I've seen it in a while, and it's a favorite.
I mean, it was pretty amazing when we saw it in the movies, but again,
Oh,
they've done
yeah.
so much more. And how old is this movie, by the way?
It was like 86 or something like
It's a
that.
couple years ago.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, but I mean, marking my age on this one, I remember seeing the older one, like the black and white Fly.
Oh, that one
I
was
didn't even know that.
really
Price, and
that was really. I mean, granted, they were scared, but it was so lame.
it was really lame. And then you go and see this one that has the updated graphics for the 80s.
And I argue that might have been the problem. along with it just being weird with that SNL skit where the fly landed on Pence's head, and so they had Jim Carrey do the whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that skit.
I heard about
Yeah,
that.
I
My
saw
first
it.
thought was, wow, that's not very relevant.
Exactly.
The Pence part is relevant, but the movie The Fly, I don't know. Like, you look at a guy like Danny, and that's probably their audience age is like 30-ish.
That's what I thought too, Steve.
I got it. I got it right away, and I loved it.
Well, that's because you're,
And I love the fly.
And look, I got it too right away because I saw what was happening, but I really felt like I don't think my kids would get this.
And most people that would get it would probably already be in bed asleep by that point because they're so old.
Well,
That's a good point,
I watched
too.
it on Hulu, so I watched
Yeah.
it on Sunday afternoon.
Exactly.
How about today's Jeff Goldblum's birthday, according to one texter?
Really?
Yeah, it is.
Was that a happy accident or you knew?
Oh, I knew.
Oh.
Sometimes I
Happy
look
birthday,
up
Jeff.
birthdays to find out trivia questions.
Oh, that's one way to do it.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Oh, thank you.
10 players in outdoor lacrosse, 6 players in indoor lacrosse.
That's on the field at one
Yes.
time.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
see, that's
so for one team or for both teams?
One team.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have to ask it right because you've
Yeah.
done those fancy questions where
I
how many
know.
people are on the soccer field at one time.
Yeah, usually I put all those
Yeah.
things in there, and I didn't this time, and it bit me in the butt.
You sure did, buddy.
Damn it. Well, congrats, Steve. You still won.
Yeah,
Damn
good
straight.
job. Nice job, Steve.
I just remember watching the Fly when I was a kid and just being freaked out because in my head I thought it could actually happen.
Oh, really?
Well, I was young enough.
Oh, well, first you'd have to have a teleportation device. That's
I was young and dumb enough to think that this is potentially based on a true story. Not
Well,
really.
it makes sense to think that if you had something that could teleport you by breaking down your molecules, that if a fly got in there, it would reassemble both of you together. Actually, I don't think you're that dumb to think
I don't know,
in the
dude.
world of sci-fi. it could happen.
Teleportation?
Well, I mean,
But at
if
that
you're
time-
going to sci-fi world.
At that age, I knew that Spider-Man doesn't really happen if you get bit by a Spider-Man. You know?
See, I always thought it might happen.
Okay, so you're equally as stupid as me.
Well, when you're a kid, you like to believe in stuff until you realize
Yes.
you learn more and more about science and realize, oh wow, they did. Stan Lee didn't quite know everything about science.
I used to do make-em-ups. It was just for a comic book.
Did a lot of. Well, it just shows you how people were raised. I mean, they thought atomic radiation would do everything, and so a lot of comic book origin stories were based on radiation.
Oh, yeah.
Because they were wondering what would happen if we got irradiated by nuclear bombs or whatever, and that's what Stan Lee grew up with. So almost every character he has is affected by some sort of radiation. The Fantastic Four cosmic rays, the Hulk gamma rays, Spider-Man a radioactive spider. I mean, that's all he thought would make you super. And as it turns out, it just makes you die.
He just kept going to that well.
Yeah, radiation makes you die is really what it is.
So is it Jeff Goldblum's also in the most recent Jurassic World movies. It was only a small role, but he was the character Malcolm, same character Malcolm from the earlier movies.
Yeah, okay. Hey, but I don't see how that still makes The Fly a thing that people would know about.
Yeah.
That's the, that's why apartments.com. Or even the show. I don't know how many people watching that Apple TV show that he does.
It's Disney Plus. Yeah, The World According to Jeff Goldblum.
But that show was not just on Disney Plus. It was on another network. Wasn't it like National Geographic or
was
something
it?
like that?
Really?
I think that's where they got it from. I could
that's
be
cool.
wrong. Or it was like co-produced by them. But that show was great.
I haven't finished that. My wife and I haven't finished all of them yet.
The episode on sneakers and ice cream were my favorites.
And I've already seen those. See, that's it. So I don't know if there's if you can get better than that.
Tattoos. The
That was a
tattoo
good
one was
one.
great.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Because he shows up to a place where everyone's getting tattoos of Jeff Goldblum. Because
Yeah.
it's like a yearly tradition in Pittsburgh, I believe.
Yes.
Where he's from. And everybody gets if you go into his tattoo shop, you can get a tattoo of Jeff Goldblum in however creative way you want. And he showed up and people were just like, this is amazing.
Somebody let him tattoo them.
Yes.
Which is nuts.
I would have done that.
Yeah. Are you kidding me? If you're a guy that loves Jeff Goldblum that much, you got him on your body like that?
I guess.
If I'm going to a place to get a Jeff Goldblum tattoo and Jeff Goldblum's there and he says, I'm willing to tattoo you, I don't care what he even puts on me.
Yeah. I would think that anybody you love, Steve, you would
As long
do
as it's
that.
not a dong. I'd say no to a dong.
No dong?
I'd say no dongs.
Okay, no dongs. All right. Well, then I'm never going to tattoo you then.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, that's because that was my rule. All right, it is time for Listeners on the Loose. This is where you get to pick the topic. You get to guide the show at 206-421-ROCK. You can also text us at 77999. What do you want to talk about? We got your calls. We got your texts at 917 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose, brought to you by Spartan Plumbing. Listeners on the Loose, this is where you get to pick the topic. You get to guide the show. Speak your mind at 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. But remember, Steve has a rule.
It's a simple rule, BJ, to show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, we are going to have to gong you and then say goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Chrissy in Port Townsend, you are on the Rock.
Hey, y'all.
Just in case. Just in
Because we
case.
just can't allow someone to say nice things about Vicky on the radio.
That's right. That's unfortunate.
Only on my birthday.
I put Chrissy on the holder just because, well, you just don't
Chrissy,
know.
when you come back on, you can't say nice things about Vicky.
Yeah, you just, just in case. So, all right.
S words.
Okay, so Chrissy, try what? She did try to correct herself.
She did.
Yeah.
But, so we just don't know.
I feel like she hit 3 1/4 of that word.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, Chrissy, so you like Vicky. What is it about Vicky that you dig?
Don't take offense to this, Vicky, but I was a lot like you when I was younger.
Hell yeah.
I don't know why
And
she would be offended by that unless you're not a good person.
Oh no, I'm a great person.
Hell
I'm a great person.
Oh, all right, then.
I like it.
But I'm actually still a lot like you. I'm just better at it now.
All right.
Oh, she's better at being Vicky than Vicky.
I got something to look forward to.
I don't mean I'm better than Vicky. I'm better than I was when I was younger.
Listen, you can't blame my stupid brain.
Yep, you're aging like fine wine in both personality and looks, I'm assuming.
Well, of course I am.
There you go.
Oh, look at
I got
that.
it.
All right, then.
Okay. So,
I take it that she's a better Vicky than you is what I did.
All right, fine.
That's what
well, of course
I'm just about to hit my head against the table.
Do it.
Okay.
What do you got, Chrissy?
I have a movie question for anybody that could possibly answer it.
All right.
Okay. So I'm 49 years old. When I was like 5 in 1976, I was at my parents' friend's house. They were all out partying. All of the kids were being babysat by my sister, and we were watching a movie that had something to do with a female Frankenstein monster.
Ooh.
Bride of Frankenstein?
Is it Bride of Frankenstein?
Female Frankenstein monster. So Dr. Frankenstein has put together this female version of the monster, and he is presenting her to society, kind of like the debutante ball type idea.
All right.
She's in the gorgeous long gown. She's at the top of the stairs. The whole community, all 12 or 13 that live in the little town, whatever it may be.
All right.
They're down at the bottom, and she starts to descend the stairs. Okay, now, mind you, her dress is high-collared.
Okay.
Because her neck, of course, has a huge scar on it from him attaching it to the rest of the body.
I'm with you.
She gets down the steps, 5, 6, 8 steps, whatever. All of a sudden, her neck splits open, her head falls off, and rolls down the stairs.
Oh, that's cool.
And I'm really, really, really hoping somebody can tell me what this movie was, because I have done everything, gone everywhere, Googled, and everything I can think of. Gone into movie forums, everything, and nobody seems to know what this movie is that I am insisting this scene is from. And it's, like I said, it's the only scene that I remember.
Well,
no idea, but
we'll throw it out there.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on the text, though.
Yeah, and if somebody knows what you're talking about, and
is it Frankenhooker? Somebody said.
What? Oh no, it's not that one.
Oh,
it's not that one.
She knows
Good try,
Frankenhooker.
But no, it's not that one.
Wow.
Yeah,
boy, oh boy.
What the hell is Frankenhooker?
When you're 5 years old, though, it is so tough because if your brain didn't see what you thought you saw, you could be running around forever. That's
Frankenhooker's a 1990 film, too. So that's
Yeah, my mom insists that we never went on a specific vacation that I swear we did.
Yeah, so we know it's sometime before. How old were you in what was it? 1970 what?
It would have been 1976.
Okay, so it's
77.
something. So it's something that's 76 or before. That we can narrow that down. And we'll try to figure it out, Chrissy, and we'll announce it if somebody tells us what it might be. So it's a female Frankenstein monster whose head falls off coming down the stairs.
So I said Eraserhead? I wonder if that's it.
From 1976 or before?
I don't know.
All right.
Let's see. We're in a 77 film.
Oh, she said 76,
I
though.
mean, she could be off by a year, BJ. We just don't know.
Yeah, you're right. We don't know anything about
she's
this.
from Port Townsend.
Oh, I forgot about that, yeah.
We're here because we're not all there.
That's a good point.
Just saying.
Yeah. And she said she was like Vicky, so forget about it. We can't. There's nothing reliable then at that point.
Yeah, I don't know what movie that is, though.
I never heard of it.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as, I've heard of Bride of Frankenstein and that, but I don't know what she's talking about.
Someone says it was in a storybook with multiple other stories.
Oh. Well, when you're 5, though, that's the thing. You know, when scientists have come out and said that we remember things wrong. We really do.
I wouldn't be surprised by that. I've witnessed it with my parents. They share stories all the time about things that they say I've done, and I'm like, I know I didn't do that, but I've gotten to the point now where I just agree with them.
Isn't that nuts?
Like, my mom will always bring up a story when my wife and I, like, whenever we call them to wish them Happy New Year's, and she's like, remember that time you went to Times Square for New Year's with all your friends? And my wife's like, well, you got to go to Times Square? What was that like? I mean, I've never been to Times Square for New Year's. Never. I would remember that.
Did your brother?
No, maybe, but I don't believe so.
Because your mom, you know, you are the apple of her eye. And so if there's something happened to your brother that she loves, she'll just put it on you because she wants that to be the kid she loves.
Yeah. I honestly think there was a time where I would like go to my buddy's place in Long Island and we'd go get wasted and we'd go there, you know, on New Year's. And I would get picked up by my buddies, and we'd all go there and stay the night. But
she probably told herself, you're going to Times Square. You're not just going to your buddy's house like a lame-o.
And I know, like, why would I lie about it? Like, I wouldn't say, I'm going to Times Square when I'm actually going to a safer environment and staying inside. You know?
It is so bizarre, but that is, as scientists have found out, the brain does, in fact, change the history to suit where you are today.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so funny, man, how that is. But my parents will say this, they'll share the story with such conviction. And I'm like, I just finally have gotten to a point, I'm like, yep, that was a good time. Because it's not worth the argument anymore.
Yeah, what's the point of that? I mean,
no.
Yeah, then you go, are you sure, Stephen?
It's not going to change the direction of our lives together.
Yeah. My wife has a friend like that who she constantly gets in arguments with, and this person doesn't remember. Mm-hmm. And they forgot the conversation. So I go, why even bother at that point? Let them say what they want because they're going to forget anyway.
You know what's also like that? Sometimes I'm like, is it worth the when someone says, like, they'll say my last name and pronounce it completely wrong, and my wife laughs at me because I'll just agree that that's how it's pronounced. Like, Sir, Mr. Migawachila.
Well, that's what.
And I'm like, yep, that's me.
Yep.
And sometimes they'll even be like, wow, I got it right. I'm like, nailed it.
Amazing, pal.
And I say, why didn't you correct them? I'm like, I'm never going to see this person again.
What's the point?
Why? When are they going to run? Are they going to run into like the famous horse jockey by the same last name one day?
Let them feel like they got the win.
Who cares?
See, I don't call you by your last name. I call you after my favorite pizza, Steve Pagliacci.
Yeah, perfect.
You know,
if you said that, I'd be like, yep, that's my last name.
I love Steve Pagliacci.
It's just one less. Otherwise, it's like now we're having like a 2-minute conversation about how to pronounce my name properly.
Well, you've gotten good at that. You've gotten good at just eliminating needless conversation. You really feel like, I don't. You know what? We don't need to go further on this. Fine.
It drives my wife nuts though, because sometimes I'll be like, blah blah blah. It's like, well, what's he doing with that thing? I'm like, I don't know. So you didn't bother to ask? I'm like, no. If he wanted to tell me, he'd tell me.
That would explain why you have that little label on your body right now that says, "Hi, I'm Steve Pagliacci. I've been in Times Square."
Yes.
Yeah. I was
if he gets me free pizza, I'll do it.
Do it. All right. It's listeners.
Somebody thinks that it might have been a Tales from the Crypt story, but that was after 77.
Yeah. This is. This is the.
And I'm trying to Google it, and I'm not finding anything for this.
See, Death Becomes Her is the movie.
But that was in the 90s.
Yeah. See, that's the problem.
Well, one person says maybe she just took a bunch of LSD and there's a flashback of a movie. If that was the case, maybe she did watch it in the 90s and thought she was 5.
That's the problem. That is. I don't. If she's already tried, I think she's going to have to really resolve the fact that she's remembering wrong. If you can convince her of that.
Well, good luck with that.
Yeah, really,
right.
I know.
She's lived a life then of a lie.
Yeah, and I know that. I've had that experience myself. I have to say, right before my very eyes. So I know what it's like. Hope you get through it, girl. You pick the topic. You guide the show. It is Listeners on the Loose, 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. We got more of your calls and texts at 933 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too-big-to-fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day. Backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound low. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
Your home equity. It could be an untapped opportunity instead of an untouchable asset. Introducing HomeTap. HomeTap is an investor, not a lender. They give you cash in exchange for a share of your home's future value. Use it to pay off debt, make renovations, fund a business, or just live a better life. There's no interest or monthly payments to worry about. HomeTap. Get more from home ownership. Get more from life. Subject to eligibility, terms and conditions apply. Visit HomeTap.com to apply in minutes. That's HomeTap.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Listeners on the loose, you pick the topic, you guide the show. Let's go to James and Fife. James, you are on the rock.
Hey, what's going on?
You are, James. What you got for us, buddy?
So you guys were talking earlier about how people are getting indents in their pinkies because of cell phones.
Yeah.
So I drive truck, and my instructor, when I was going through school, he would show us how he couldn't close his pinky and his ring finger together all the way, because when he would drive, he would put the steering wheel in between there. So it kind of grew that he couldn't close his fingers all the way. And now, 20 years later, to this date, anytime I catch myself doing that, I stop because I don't want to end up like that.
Wow, I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, it was weird.
See, technology, man, it puts our bodies in situations where our bodies make the adjustments, sometimes not for the better.
Yeah, exactly.
I got a buddy who's really reminded me. He's like, he's really into body and nutrition. And he goes, your body is very smart and will not do more work than it has to. So if you stop using parts of it, it will devote energy to the parts you are using. And basically you'll atrophy and not even realize it. So he's like, you got to use all your body if you eventually want to use all your body. I mean,
it's easier said than done.
Well, for me, because I'm not an upper body guy, I do pretty good with my lower body because I'm always active, walking and doing stuff and moving around, but the upper body I do nothing, and it definitely shows. I can't do anything with my upper body. I'm bad.
Oh man, how do we fix this?
Well, I've started doing some yoga where I raise my hands over my head just to start doing that, because I can't tell you how often I raise my hands over my head. I really don't.
Not even in the morning when you first get up, you just don't stretch it out.
Yeah, not a whole lot, dude.
That's like the best feeling. Once I get out of bed and I can just like stretch. Now I get why like Lulu, she does it too. Like when we take her outside, like she just stretches her paws, like right before she goes walk around the backyard. And I'm like, I feel you, man. Like, it's like
they
you've
know.
been laying that way for a certain period of time. It just feels so great to stretch everything.
That's why stretching is good. But you do exercises, so you must do some upper body work, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, if I just do the stretch in the morning and that's it, Steve, I don't think that's going to cut it for me.
Although I was laughing, there's a guy who's a mutual friend of all of ours. You guys know Tommy. He's the former guy that played with the Raiders. He's big into the world of board gaming. Tommy Rice.
Oh, yeah. Plus he's written a book called The Loke. Yeah.
And he's got a board game that he's going to be putting out soon. I was just talking to him the other day. Yeah. So he's going to reach out to us because he wants us all to play it with him. But he at one point played with the Oakland Raiders. Also was like involved in the world of wrestling as well. And I was chatting with him, and he was just showing me a video, and it was funny because like he's just like his arms are the size of my head. He's like, he was showing like this workout video he was doing. He was just warming up, doing like a dumbbell bench press kind of a thing. And he's got 120s on each one, like 120-pound dumbbell on each hand. And he's just. This is his warm-up. And I'm watching this, and he's like, oh, yeah, look. And he's, like, moving his feet. Like, there's, like, it's, like, zero effort for this guy. And I'm like, man, and I was all pumped about doing something. I was, like, about half of that. And I was like, this is my personal best. And it's not even close to half of what his workout is.
He is quite a fit boy.
Oh, my gosh. It's insane.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, so he's like the guy, like, when you meet him, anytime I've been with him, anyone comes by afterwards is like, who the hell was that guy? He's intimidating because of how big he is, but he's the nicest person in the world.
Yeah, a huge geek.
Massive.
Which is, I mean, again, you talk about just the contradiction from what we knew, but back in the day, you'd never think a guy that ripped would be as geeky as he is, and like you said, also as cool as he is.
Oh, great guy. Yeah. It's just like when you talk about like doing upper body stuff, I'm like, that's a whole other level.
I'm the reverse of that. I don't even know if I could do like 12 ounces. I don't think I can get that done. It's Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Somebody wanted to text in and said, guys, Miley Cyrus is at it again with this rock music. Did you see her Pearl Jam cover? I'm with you, Steve. I'm starting to fall in love with Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, she's got this backyard sessions things that she does. And she
on YouTube.
And she does this. And so she just put out this video, and Yeah, people are saying good stuff about this cover of Pearl Jam's Just Breathe.
Oh, I'm a lucky man to count on both hands the ones I love. Some folks just have one, and others they've got none. Stay with me. Let's just breathe.
I love the outfit she's wearing. I mean, it's sexy, but it's cool.
And she rocks the mullet, man. I mean, everything about her just keeps getting more and more awesome. Like, she's made the mullet sexy.
Yeah, she really is she's just quite a performer. And I'm so excited for her because usually if you're a child star, you're done. As far as like performing, where do you go musically? It's really hard to really go anywhere musically. And she's doing it, man.
Well, it's just fun to see, like, I mean, it's not a perfect cover. I like it, but like some people don't like her style of voice, and I almost would like it better, I think, if like the instruments were a little bit brought more up in the mix, but it's just an acoustic fun performance. I just love that she's tackling like artists that I would never thought in a million years a pop star would want to do, like Metallica, Temple of the Dog, and now doing a Pearl Jam song. It's not even like a massive hit for Pearl Jam. I mean, it was a popular Pearl Jam song, but really if you're a Pearl Jam fan, you love the song. Outside of that, maybe you heard it and you're like, oh, that's not a bad song, but like, you really weren't paying attention to it.
Yeah.
And it's cool that like that kind of stuff's on her radar, and she's showing some love for these bands that you would never have thought that she would show some love for.
Yeah, she's definitely dived deep. She's taken a deep dive into rock.
What the hell is tomorrow going to bring? Because yesterday was Metallica, today's now Pearl Jam.
Damn, well, do you think she's going to cover all like all the Seattle
It better
Sound
be
stuff?
Limp Bizkit.
If it's Limp Bizkit, I'm gonna I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I might get a Miley Cyrus tattoo on me.
Wow,
with the red baseball cap. It's like Miley meets Fred Durst.
Okay.
Actually, I'll get a tattoo of Miley Cyrus and Fred Durst holding hands.
Wow. Okay, that's a bit extreme.
I'd say on my lower back, but I'm afraid that this might happen, and I'll actually have to go through with it.
Yeah, you better be careful.
And if I'm going to go through with it, I'm not making it a tramp stamp.
Oh, see, that's
it would be kind of funny.
It would be great.
You need to have that as a tramp.
Why do you have Miley Cyrus and Fred Durst holding hands?
It's a long story.
These are the icons of our generation. That's why.
Sadly, Rev, it's not that long of a story.
No,
but
really
it's a good
isn't.
explanation.
The story is I'm an idiot.
Yeah. You know what? Isn't that always the story, really? I mean, can we default to that being the story? I think it's a good story.
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes I dig what she's doing, but I don't dig her voice. I understand that. It's a very unique sound to her voice. I like it.
Yeah, see, I've always liked, I like female voices that are in the high range anyway, so her voice is fine to me.
Well, it's because of the gravelly kind of thing.
Oh, I love the gravel.
The one that
gravel.
It gets under my skin when people are like, oh, I hate it because it is Miley Cyrus. It's like, what does that have to do with anything? Just because she was a pop star? I've had friends that are like, I just don't like her at all. I'm like, but you can't admit that she's a fantastic singer?
And hell, man, she did Party in the USA.
Right, exactly. How can you not love that song?
Oh, do you?
I'm going to tell you something right now.
Jeez.
I think human beings have to look in the mirror and see if they have any kind of bias that is covert and unconscious. There are a lot of discussions I'm seeing right now where people are saying things in a microaggressive fashion that they don't even know. I don't like this person because of blank, and then you go, dude, I don't know if you realize what you just said there. Take a look in the mirror because somebody could just be good, and so I think sometimes people have biases they don't even know because it's just not what they're used to, and therefore they go, well, why is that person doing that? Only this person should be doing that.
I like that she just does whatever the hell she wants to do. I mean, it helps probably having like all the money in the world where you don't have to worry about making anybody happy and pleasing any kind of person. You can pay your bills, but she could just do whatever the F she wants unapologetically.
And a person that's just as in her space where everybody can basically say what they want and still do it. Billie Eilish right now is having a hard time because she used to wear a lot of baggy clothes so people wouldn't comment on her physicality, and then she goes out and finally just walks out in society just dressed like a normal person, and everybody's giving her a hard time. It's just
she's
a
like
beating.
a teenager too.
I know it's
stupid.
a beating. So it's you're right, dude. For Miley to be able to do that in today's world, do what I want and put it out publicly, it's pretty brave.
Oh yeah. Have fun with it. I mean, that's not really what it boils down to. She's just having fun with music. And isn't that the point of music? I guess
not. Is that the point of it, really?
Last I checked.
Oh, I don't know if fun's the right way. I think you're missing the point.
Unless you're like the Offspring, and then you're just weird.
Too bad Danny's not paying attention. He's not even looking.
He didn't even hear what I said.
He's I don't know what he's
I was
doing.
paying attention. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. I was making fun of the offspring.
It was,
That's
Steve's,
fine.
it was
Who
one
you
of Steve's
texting over
best
there?
jokes.
I was tweeting.
Who are you tweeting?
I was retweeting the stuff that we've been talking about all morning.
Wow. You know what, Steve?
Cool.
Are you know, between Danny and Vicky,
I don't know what you want.
they usually share attention. So if Vicky's paying attention, you can't expect Danny to pay
I
attention.
felt like I got him once I said offspring. I figured it's like a Pavlov dog thing, and his
Yeah.
ears would perk up.
No, Vicky's got to he's got to tag out so Vicky can tag in and not pay
Simple
attention.
plan? Should I said simple plan?
What simple plan?
Yeah, there we go. There we go. So listeners on the loose, you pick the topic, you guide the show, 206-421-ROCK, text us at 77999.
All right, this is a very simple question, but the holidays are coming. If you had only one candy bar to eat, what would it be?
Oh, you mean Halloween's coming?
Yeah, holiday. It's a holiday.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, when you said the holidays, I was like, oh, we're sticking right to Halloween. Good.
No, it's the start of the 3 holidays.
Yeah. You're right.
Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas.
Yeah, so we're going to go with Halloween, which is good. We're not going to get out of order. I like this, and the candy bar choice.
One candy bar to eat. I think I might go.
Man.
Oh, I'm going to go with the gooey caramel chocolate bar at Jackson's. I really like it.
Yeah, you have to bring that in. We don't know what that tastes like.
I'll be honest, I did buy one to bring one in, and I ate it.
Buy more than one.
How
We
long
told
did
you.
it last?
The next day.
Okay.
We told him to buy more than one for that reason. You remember? I told you it wouldn't last if he buys just one.
Yep.
I feel like I'm talking to like I feel like I'm talking to like 10-year-old Steve right now who realizes he did a bad.
The problem was I ran out of gas on a Friday, and I was like, "There's no way this candy bar is going to last through the weekend."
That's why you got to buy more.
I guess so.
I'll pay for it.
I'll tell you what wouldn't make my list.
What?
I just tried it today.
What is that?
It's this Cadbury jelly poppin' candy beanies and dairy milk chocolate bar.
That's too many words.
What the hell is it?
It's the dark chocolate, which is delicious, with a jelly bean inside of it.
Oh, I don't know if I go for
and
that.
almost like a Rice Krispie or like a Nestle's Crunch kind of like Rice Krispie treaty.
Well, I like that.
Yeah, everything but the jelly bean is awesome in this.
I'll have to try that. I'll try a little piece of that just to see.
Yeah,
That's wow. And it's dark chocolate? It's not
No, it's milk chocolate, which is the best chocolate.
Milk chocolate's good, yeah.
Dairy milk chocolate.
Okay, I go for that.
It's in dairy milk chocolate. So they said milk twice, so that means it's really good.
Well, it's dairy milk. It's not almond milk or anything, so you know you're getting the real stuff from the cow.
All right.
Well, I'm going to go with one that everybody hates, but was recently used in The Boys, because which I love because it's one of my favorites. Even though that
really,
they were giving people a hard time for Almond Joys, and I love Almond
they're
Joys.
so nasty.
I was looking at The Boys, going, man, oh man, Starlight's my girl.
Almond Joy?
I love Almond Joys.
Of all of them?
Yeah, I love Almond Joys, man, because sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't, but I'm going to always feel like a nut.
It's got coconut in it.
Oh, I love coconut. I mean, coconut cream pie.
Worst nut.
Almond's the worst nut?
No, coconut.
Oh, I see what you did there. Coconut. Oh man, I'm sorry, but Almond Joys.
You can have all of my Almond Joys, man, because they're
perfect.
Trash.
This is a win for me.
How about someone says peanut butter Twix all day? That is very good.
I haven't had one of those in a
Those are
long
good.
time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, I was going to say regular Twix.
Those are good
That's
too.
my jam.
Yeah.
Especially the little mini
Left
ones.
Twix. I like the left Twix.
Okay. I'll give you all my left ones. I'll eat the right ones.
Yeah. I that's the thing is everything you mentioned for the most part, I'm not going to say is wrong. I'm going to go, yeah, I like those too.
So I said the salted almond Toblerone. I didn't even know they had more than just one Toblerone.
Ooh.
Those
I don't
are
know if I've
good.
had that.
Those are really...
Sometimes I get sick of them. They're good for the first few times, and then for some reason I don't want them anymore. Until like maybe a year
I
goes
only get
by.
those little two-for pack, though. That way it's just I have a couple of them. And
See,
I'm good.
somebody OD'd me on Toblerones one year, and so I think that's what happened. I had way too many than you're
Too
supposed
much
to.
and just got gross.
But I like
Yeah,
salted, like sea salt and salted
You
stuff.
like salted sea salt? I like salted sea salt.
I feel like I like salted
I don't like the
almond.
unsalted sea salt. This doesn't work well for me.
Fair. It's like the dairy milk chocolate.
That's what it is.
What about you, Danny?
Danny?
Starburst.
Starburst for the candy bar?
Oh, yeah.
That's
Really?
not a candy
It's not
bar.
a candy bar.
How is that not a candy bar? It's in bar form.
It
What
does
is it-
come in a
what?
bar.
Yeah.
It just comes apart,
Well, I mean, it's
individually
like
wrapped.
it's a package. That's like saying...
They're like little.
But it's like a bar.
I don't like chocolate. What's
Okay.
to me? What do you want to
Why
say?
do we see? Can he not pay attention again? Because he doesn't.
I was paying
I wish
attention.
you would have
Candy
just answered
bar.
Offspring.
Yeah, I really do. That's not a
My
candy
favorite
bar.
chocolate bar
Those
is
are
Offspring.
individually wrapped candy.
bar.
They like
comes in a bar form.
Hey,
Thank you,
my-
Rev.
Like the
That's
original
like saying my favorite
packaging.
candy bar is a loaf of bread.
And It is. I love
my
Wonder.
answer,
Shut
damn
up,
it.
Steve.
Candy bars, Skittles and Starburst, both considered, because it was between the two for me.
Wait, Skittles are not candy bars.
See, that ruins my answer because I'm going to say Reese's Pieces.
That's not a bar.
They're not candy
That's
bars.
just candy.
The hell is wrong with America?
It's not the same thing.
It's ever since Jif. I'm tired of it, all right? Ever since we've let people just make up their own definitions, now they're just going to just make up definitions for things that aren't even what they are. I'm telling you, it's going to stop right here.
The actual thing you're eating has to be in a bar form.
It's a bar. The whole idea, it's a bar form.
I mean, I'm making up this rule, so I mean, don't quote me on it.
I mean, I could take them out individually and put them back in a bar form.
You go, if you push them together.
Yeah, exactly.
Smush them.
Okay.
And we're considering Reese's cups, just cups, right?
Well, actually, they're cups. They're not bars.
Okay, that's what I'm going to make sure.
Yeah. I mean, it's a great. If they said what candy could you go without, then everything you guys are saying would be
Would
true.
you say a Hershey's Kiss is a candy bar?
Yeah.
It's not.
I know. This is just making.
You are in a. You need to go to the concussion protocol tent. That's exactly where you need to go right now. I'm sorry, I can't do it anymore, Steve.
You should just take today off.
I'm going to take the rest of the day off. That's what I'm going to do.
I'll leave after this break.
After that, I'm done.
Fair.
I'm done. All right. But I do have to have this question answered. Dang it! This is an important question. What do Ryan Castle and a bag of meth have in common? Well, you're going to find out at 9:49 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. And now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and a bag of meth have in common?
Small sack.
Oh, hey. Whoa.
I refer to it as a baggie.
Yeah. That is fantastic.
One text says both have kept Steve up for a week.
Yo, that's true. Yeah.
Both are awesome, but don't tell anybody that you heard that from me.
Oh. Especially the Ryan Castle part. You really can't speak to that.
And police are always on the lookout for both.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's why I don't leave my house.
Well, don't go to Louisiana either because apparently they don't like the meth down there. Louisiana woman, she was trying to ditch a bag of meth during a traffic stop, so she tossed it out a car window. It's like, I don't want to get caught with this. Of course, I don't know, Murphy's Law, whatever, Darwinism. She tossed it out the window, and the bag of meth hit a patrolman, which is exactly the last thing you want to have happen if you're trying to avoid the cops. Yeah, Stephanie got pulled over. Cops spotted her driving in the middle of a roadway. That's another thing you shouldn't do if you're trying to, And a deputy got struck by this meth bag thrown out the window. And so she was alone in the car. She said, I didn't do it, even though you were alone in the car. Yeah, she got arrested.
Nice work, Steph.
Ryan Castle, he is up next. He has a 12-pack.
BJ and Migs play of the day.
And it has many people complaining that their pinky finger has developed a bend due to the way they hold their phone. So they're getting deformed hands.
Everybody's looking at their hands right now.
Yeah, I got one. Yeah, there's a little bend right there.
Rev's deformed.
Oh, that's so deformed.
Dude, mine's really bad. Look at that bend on this one.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever broken your pinky?
Yeah, I broke my pinky.
Okay.
That was from a hockey slap shot. Hit my pinky and broke it.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another listener question. How do I rebuild my credit after filing bankruptcy?
You rebuild it, one creditor at a time by making your payments on time on your rent or your mortgage, by continuing to make car payments on a car that you keep during your case. You can also, as I said, you can almost always get a credit card almost immediately after filing bankruptcy. Sometimes it's a secured card, and it'll almost always have a really high interest rate on it. But you could get a small balance credit card and charge a tank of gas or a dinner once a month on that and make the payment, pay it off every month, and that'll help you build a credit history one creditor at a time, and will help you rebuild your credit over time.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. Thanks for listening.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load, terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.